Hello, church family. It is Saturday, March 21st, and for the Kaufman House today, this means we're celebrating a birthday. It's actually our daughter's 17th birthday today, and so that means that we are going to be partying hard all day long up until 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. As many of you are probably already aware, today marks day one of our governor's stay-at-home order. And so I believe a minimum of 17 days beginning today will be on this stay-at-home order. And just probably trying to figure out how we're going to manage it and cope with it, but even more so than that, thrive. Just looking to the Lord and what He might have as opportunities for us in this time. What I'd like to do in these next 17 days, I'll try to do this every day. I may not get to it every day, but I'd like to just bring a fitting word to you in troubled times. And you probably know already by now, I really enjoy reading biographies. I especially appreciate Christian biographies of church history. And one of the things I like to do when I'm reading a biography is look at how this particular person, this particular Christian, handled difficult times. And that becomes a teaching lesson for us. You know, did they handle it well? Did they handle it poorly? Either way, we can learn from it. And the person I want to tell you about this morning is Adoniram Judson. He was considered the father of American missions. He was not the father of modern missions. That was William Carey, who went to India. But this was Adoniram Judson, and he ended up going to Burma. But he faced a lot of difficulty in his time as a missionary on the field. He left all of the comforts of America, left the comforts of family and a house, a dwelling, security. And as he was ministering in Burma for those many, many decades, he faced a lot of struggle. He ministered in his location for 6 years before he ever found his first convert, before the first person converted to Christianity. 6 years he labored before he ever saw the fruit of his labors. He also worked on a translation into the Bible from the Burmese language. It took him 22 years. Can you imagine laboring on one project 22 years? Some difficulty, some struggle. In addition to that, he saw personal suffering. Sadly, Adoniram Judson lost 2 wives and 7 children while he was on the mission field. He did have a number of children that lived beyond those years and survived, but many of them died in infancy due to disease and sickness. He also suffered severe bouts of illness. He was even imprisoned for preaching the gospel as a missionary. What strikes me, and probably what is the core of how Adoniram Judson handled difficult times, is this quote. I want to read it for you because I want to get it right. But this is what Adoniram Judson said helped him endure difficult times. He said, "If I had not felt certain that every additional trial was ordered by infinite love and mercy, I could not have survived my accumulated sufferings." He's saying that if he had not been convinced in his mind that God was not sovereign, and it was not by his, very providence that these things came about into his life, he would not have been able to survive those sufferings. You know, I think back to some of the times that I've suffered in my life, and that has been a tremendous comfort and strength for me as well, to just finally at the end of the day, when I'm unable to answer the why question, to just say, "Lord, I trust your providence. This did not take you by surprise. You have this as a purpose in my life. What can I learn from it?" And so, brothers and sisters, as you're watching this today and we're looking ahead to the unknown future and we're wondering, man, how can we have some fitting words for troubled times? Let this be a fitting word to you. Trust in the providence of God. These were ordered by an infinite hand, a loving hand of infinite mercy and care over us. And when we rest and trust in God and look at what He has for us and the opportunities, we'll be able to withstand troubled times, knowing that we have an immovable Savior to walk with us in those times. Now, just for a couple of updates for you, I want to take the opportunity as I have it to just speak a couple of things about church life and body life. So I'll do that at this time. This stay-at-home order that our governor has said will go into effect beginning today at 5 o'clock, it's going to go until April 7th. So at minimum, that's 3 Sundays. So we're going to be apart from being able to fellowship and see each other face-to-face for a minimum of 3 Sundays. Can I just encourage you on a couple of just housekeeping matters here that will help us stay connected? Please use our website, lexcc.org. That is going to be the central hub of all that we do. That's going to keep us connected there. You can link and jump off of that main page into everything else that we have and ways to connect. But we think that that's the longest, the oldest, and the most established thing that all of us know together. And so we're going to start there. That'll be our central hub. Also, try to keep a regular schedule and routine on your Wednesdays and Sundays. We would love it if you continued to attend Awana and renew on Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock. Or on Sundays that you continue to attend Sunday school at 8:30 and our service at 10. Now, it doesn't have to be exact, but we have a desire as church leadership that you maintain that same schedule and that routine so that on the other side of this, you haven't built up something new and then now we're not going to come back and fellowship and gather together at our same time. So it'd be wonderful to just keep that routine and that schedule the same. Also, I want to challenge you as households, whatever your household might look like. If it's mother, father, kids, if it's grandparent, parents, if it's roommates gathering together, whatever it might be, make the sermon video that we're going to upload, make that a part of a service that you have, a house gathering service on your own. Make it that part of your household worship. So sing together and pray together, take requests and share life together. Maybe even have a time where you talk about giving and what that means from the Lord to be a cheerful giver and how the work of God is sustained through that. And then certainly turn the video on, watch the sermons that we're going to upload for you, take a time of application, and then I'm just going to particularly ask that you do this. At the end of your worship gathering time together, would you take a moment and pray for other people in our church? You might use our Breeze church directory to look up the faces and even see the pictures of some of our people and pray for them that way. Write them a card or a note. Get creative in how we might be able to continue loving and caring for one another. But make the Sunday sermon that we upload a part of homestead household service that you do. I think you'll be greatly enhanced by utilizing those other elements rather than just watching something and then moving on hurriedly to the day. I just want to challenge all of us in this way that we use this extra time to enrich our walk with the Lord. Enrich it with some extra time of prayer, enrich it with some Christian books that you might be able to read, enrich it by staying in the scriptures, and enrich it by even looking at some online classes or courses. There's a host of places, seminaries, Ligonier ministries, a number of them. I'm seeing them almost daily come on board with offering free classes and courses. And take this time. We have a lot of extra time on our hands. Let's not just use it to entertain ourselves, but enrich ourselves in some of these things that we might grow stronger in the faith. As well, use this extra time to call, to write, to email people in our church, those that you haven't had time to reach out to and connect with. Might we just really look for some creative ways to stay connected? And I hope that you're doing that and will continue to do that. Finally, if you have needs within our church body, if you have needs, please contact us. You can contact us via the church website. You can text your leaders. You can email the church office. But let us know. We've read through all of Governor Pritzker's online order. And we believe there are allowances for care that we may be able to give to you, even if that's through the window or through the screen door or through the storm door. If we could just pray or maybe even just see you face to face and give you some care that way. But certainly for food delivery. We have some food on hand at the church. If that is a need of yours, let us know. We know that we're in complete allowance as a nonprofit, as a church and ministry, to distribute food. So we could serve you and care for you that way. We just want to let you know that we love you. We're doing our best to stay in touch with you as much as we can. And I hope that you see that through just some short videos that will regularly help you stay in touch, and through all of our communication on our website. I just want to say to you, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.